We are down 3-1 here in the NLCS against the best team in all of baseball, the San Diego Padres. Guys, welcome back to the Chicago Cubs franchise series. We are in season number 4, and this is the farthest that we've gotten in a postseason in this franchise series. And right now, our backs are up against the wall. It's not looking good so far. We got a loss in Game 1, 5-1, and it just was a downhill slope from that point. Yes, we did win the last game in Livestream, and now we're back here with some more Cubs action and trying to get a win in this one. Trying to extend the series out, guys. We're facing elimination. This is it if we don't get a W here. First out of the game is a pop out there to Nico Hoerner. A little ground ball here to Salvatore. Makes the throw. Manny Machado is gone. Then the number 3 hitter down 0-2 against Caleb Killian, the youngster. We get a big swing and a miss. That's Fernando Tatis Jr. going down, and that's a really good first 3 up and 3 down for Caleb Killian. Now, Shane Bieber, 2 appearances, 4.85 ERA. So it seems like he can be had in the postseason this year. So here's a ground ball. First batter, Seiya Suzuki, and he's going to get on, luckily, as Fernando Tatis bobbles this one. Next batter up, Sebastian Salvatore. Just missed a high and inside fastball. That's going to pop him up. And Tatis will make the play for the first out of the first inning. Next batter up, Chris Bryant, going down off of the slider. Very nasty looking pitch there by Bieber. He's getting that thing working in the Windy City, Chicago. That's always going to help out your pitchers, especially if they got a lot of movement. Franmil Reyes, ground ball here to Tatis, and he's pretty much had to make every single play, it seems like, and they're going to get out of the inning here. So in a little bit of a jam for Caleb Killian, gets that strikeout on Jose Ramirez. It's a big one. Mitch Haniger has been a thorn in our side for quite a while in this franchise series. He killed us with the Mets. He's going to pop up in foul ground. That's Anthony Rizzo making the catch. And next batter, Jorge Alfaro. Curveball right down the middle. He sends it into the seats for a 3-run jack. That's unfortunate. That's very unfortunate. And it's now 3-0. 404 feet. It was a blast, man. It was a blast. Take one more look at the concentration by Jorge Alfaro, man. He's really come on. So let's now jump ahead here to the bottom of the 4th inning as we've got 1 down and still 3-0 game. Chris Bryant gets a base knock here. Only a couple of hits so far for the Cubbies, trying to figure out Shane Bieber, and it looks like we might be onto something. That's a 2-run shot for the Franimal. Getting the Cubs on the board here, 3-2. And the crowd is loving it because they can sense the pressure happening here in game number 5. So Franmil with the 2-run shot. And we're back in this thing. Wilson Contreras, base knock here as we jump ahead to the bottom of the 5th inning. Next batter up, Nico Hoerner, as he's going to drive this thing into the right field gap. And that will go down for a base knock. And that's going to be an extra base hit here. We're going to send Contreras home, try to tie this thing up. Here comes the throw from Tatis. Slides in safely. Wilson Contreras tying this baby up thanks to the double by Nico Hoerner, and everybody's going haywire at Wrigley Field, man. What a knock there by Nico Hoerner, and then we put the exclamation point on as Seiya Suzuki with the 2-run shot. In the 5th inning, we've now got 5. That is awesome. That's awesome. Everybody's going nuts now, baby. Cubs take the lead 5-3. And it's a sign of good things to come, guys, because Caleb Killian's day can officially be done. And we're going to go out here and call on David Booth, who has been not so good as far as earned run average goes, but I like David Booth, and we'll see what he can do here. But after that double was given up by Killian, we do get a ground ball out, but that's going to move the runner over to third base. And then Daniel Anderson is going to swing and a miss at a nice little change up there from David Booth. So can he get out of this inning? We'll find out. Jose Ramirez, changeup inside. And Jose Ramirez puts it in the seats. So it was a good pitch. I mean, it was where we called for it. It was the changeup inside, but Ramirez just got the bat head out in front. And you can see it from the replay there. Just got early on it and was able to turn on that thing. And it was gone. Long gone. So bottom 6 now, 5-5. This is going to get over James Wood's head. And that's going to be a double with two down, 2 outs there for Anthony Rizzo. And that will be it for Shane Bieber. So Rizzo knocks him out. I probably, if I was the manager for the Padres, just giving him another batter here. You got 2 down. You've got the next batter coming up after Rizzo. It looks like it would be Wilson Contreras, right? I don't know. I'd probably give him a chance, but because we've got Dinelson Lamet coming out, I'm going to give Chris Addison a shot here. He's got better average numbers, better contact numbers against righties, better power numbers against righties than Contreras does. They're very similar with the defensive side of the game. So I like Chris Addison in this situation, although the swing and a miss on the slider, we got to be watching out for that. That is Lamet's best pitch, but what a setup there by Lamet. Slider first pitch, high and inside fastball. I mean, you're thinking that thing's going to break, right? I mean, you're thinking that thing's a slider. It wasn't. 0-2 pitch here, ground ball to Tatis, who already made that error earlier in the game. No such luck there for the Cubs, and Chris Addison grounds out. So the pinch hit did not pay off for us. However, we will go with Adbert Alzolay here in a 2-out situation here in the bottom of the 7th after a base knock, and Chris Addison comes up defensively. Huge throw down to second base. He made up for that strikeout with that runner in scoring position, man. And what a dot that was. What a gun. That's going to prevent the runner to getting into scoring position. Huge play right there for the Cubs. Let's go to the bottom of the 7th here with 2 down. We get a base knock here for Seiya Suzuki, and then Sebastian Salvatore, the rookie, backs it up with another base hit himself. So we've got 2 guys on with 2 down, and Chris Bryant coming up the bat. Man hit 44 home runs in the regular season. We'll see what he's got. Fastball, he was challenged, and he was late. So Dinelson Lamet gets out of the inning. Let's go here to the top of the 8th inning, and Alzolay's still out there. Got only about 10 pitches to his credit, so I'm not really concerned about the fatigue situation. But we don't have anybody out, and now we need a ground ball. So that's what they're talking about here in this mound visit. We got to get Tatis to ground out here. Nothing high. Got to pitch him low here. So 2-0 pitch. We do get the changeup on the ground. That's Nico Hoerner taking it himself with the throw in time. Double play unassisted by Nico Hoerner. And now that sets us up with this situation here. We got Trent Grisham, swing and a miss. Alzolay strikes his man out, and that's going to do it there for the top of the 8th inning, boys. Let's get some runs right here against the lefty Aaron Ashby. Well, we got 2 down here, and Rizzo looks like he's not going to get it done. That's Anderson with the ground ball. Fields it cleanly. Back to Ashby, and the inning is over. So Alzolay's still out there, and I'm not going to call on Darwinzon Hernandez here because we got some guys that Daniel Anderson's going to switch here to the right side. He's actually worse on the right side, but he does get a base knock there. But we've got some batters coming up here that Hernandez matches up well against. Yeah, Jose Ramirez is coming up, and they're going to actually bunt him over, and Hernandez can't pick up the ball. I don't know if he didn't know where it was, like he couldn't find it. If you take a look at this replay here, you know, pitcher's fielding practice, they tell you to like get yourself in that position where you're facing the batter. Well, Hernandez turned himself around in a circle, rotated, and I don't think he found the ball, if you want like a realistic explanation for that. But, you know, I just didn't get over there in time. I didn't cut it off in time, and it's going to lead to an infield single. Now the fans are on their feet because they know the pressure situation here. Mitch Haniger, again, has been our nemesis. He's been the devil of this series, and in a 2-0 count, we throw him a fastball. He takes it high and inside. That's a strike, and then this pitch, he almost did some damage there, but luckily we get a strike up on him. 2-2 pitch here coming up. Hernandez going to risk it here with that sweeping curveball, or that slider, and it's nothing doing, guys. He didn't even offer at it. Great take there by Mitch Haniger, but a fly ball. Little line drive there to Chris Bryant. That is out number 1. So a double play. We can do this. Hot shot to third, maybe, you know, go 3, you know, touch 3, go 1. Ground ball up the middle, turn 2, baby. Let's get this thing done. Cody Hoyer coming up, and we do have a line shot back at corner, but it was a line drive. So that's unfortunate. I was hoping for a ground ball right there, but we'll take it. 2 down here, and then we got James Wood. Little tapper there back to Hoyer, makes the throw over to first base, and we get out of the jam in the top of the 9th. So here we go. Bottom 9. 7, 8, 9 hitters coming up. Addison, Davis, and Hoerner having to face Chris Devenski. He's got a 4.15 in 5 appearances so far in the postseason. Little ground ball up the middle here. Tatis makes a tough play, and Addison's got some good speed there as a catcher, but he will be thrown out. So bottom 9. Slider, deep shot to center field. Not enough wood on it. by Brennan Davis. That's going to be tracked down by James Wood. All right, still bottom 9. Ground ball to third. Jose Ramirez gathers it, makes the throw, and Nico Hoerner is out. And we will live to fight here in the bottom of the 10th inning, guys. But we got a job to do. We got to get out of this inning, and we do. Hoyer blasts that fastball right by him. Tatis is going to strike out. Didn't even offer at it, and we'll take it. So let's go bottom 10. Seiya Suzuki. Already's got a home run in this ball game. Here we go. Do some damage here, Seiya. Ground ball. Base knock. Is he going to test the arm of Trent Grisham? Nope, he will not. So we do get a leadoff single here in the bottom of the 10th inning. That is a great way to start with your 1-2 hitters, but Salvatore, first pitch swinging, and that's not going to get the job done. So rookie mistake there. Rookie mistake. But that will lead us to Chris Bryant. We are going to steal a base here, potentially. Yes, sir. Seiya Suzuki gets the stolen base, and that's now a good situation for Chris Bryant to drive him home. So we were trying to protect the runner there. It looked like he got a bad jump, but Bryant, swing and a miss. Not going to get it done. Davinsky strikes his man out, and now it's up to Franmil Reyes to win this ball game for us. All you need is a base hit in the gap. You will score, Seiya Suzuki. Home run is definitely something I want, but a base hit will do the job just the same. So that's all we got to do. Make some contact here, Franmil. Takes the first pitch. High and outside fastball, I should say. But here we go. Ground ball. Little slider. Traffic in front of Ramirez. Unfortunately, he gathers himself and makes the good throw back to first. So let's go to the top of the 11th. Base hit here right next to Brennan Davis. Can't make the dive. Can't make a play on it. That's going to be a leadoff double here for Trent Grisham. So we will now call on Jonathan Loaizaga, our closer. He's only got one game, one appearance in this postseason. 2-2 pitch here to Camposano. He takes the slurve. Wow, that's really good discipline there. Really great discipline. And a pitch here on the outside that looked like to be a sinker. 3-2 pitch coming up, and Loaizaga shooting for that inside corner on that fastball. It's always a meta pitch here in the show. And Camposano is going to show some great patience, guys, and take this thing. So now we do have a double play situation here on Jose Ramirez, but how did he take that pitch, guys? I have no idea. We're going to go slurve on the inside, and he somehow fouls this baby off. So 1-2 here to J-Ram, and this pitch here, slider, goes behind him. Takes us out of the double play, but we got to get this thing back in. Addison quickly gets back there, and Loaizaga's looking at Addison like that was his fault. Like, dude, it's on you, man. You got to make a better pitch. But a ground ball here, we had the infield played in, and Nico Hoerner can't make the play, and I don't blame him. That was a tough shot. We've had our chances in a lot of these bottom half of the innings, man, to win this game. But now, 6-5 San Diego, we got to find a way to hold them. We can get a double play ball here, but we'd have to give up a run. But Mitch Haniger, he's the devil. He's the devil of this series. A 3-run home run by Mitch Haniger, and the Padres will extend the lead now to 9-5. This gives me a sinking feeling because I understand now that this game is likely over. This shot right here, slider, slurve, whatever you want to call it, broke right across the middle of the plate. 3-run shot. But we got a job to do. We need 4 runs with 2 outs, guys. You think it's going to happen? Chris Addison gets a base knock here. There's still hope. We're going to call on Frank the Tank. Base knock. Okay, so we're inching. We're inching just a little bit closer, guys. We're down by 4. The 3-run homer here gets it to 9-8. So Andrew Kittredge is going to come out, and Nico Hoerner down 1-2, and this is after a long at-bat. Nico Hoerner gets a base knock in front of Mitch Haniger. That's going to score 1. So it's now 9-6 with 2 runners on. And we've got Seiya Suzuki, guys, coming up to the plate. Got a good pitch to hit, but he was just a little bit late on it. And we need a deep drive. We need a home run right here. Get these Cubs fans on their feet. Jumping, actually. They're on their feet right now. I can see them, but we need them jumping in the house right here. 3-run shot here, Seiya. Let's get it done. Here comes the pitch. Slider right down the middle. James Wood is giving chase. Can that Wrigley Field wind carry it out? It won't. Seiya Suzuki gave it everything he had on that swing, and he gave it a really good drive. But this NLCS is unfortunately over, and the comeback didn't happen. They win in 5. Congratulations to the San Diego Padres, the best team in all of baseball as far as the overall record is concerned. Team won 100 games this season, and it's clear to see why. They got a really good pitching staff, good bullpen, and they've got a lot of good hitters, right? Cronenworth, Machado, Haniger, Winker, Tatis. Need I say more, guys? Need I say more? Shane Bieber, Dinelson Lamet is a bullpen arm for these guys. So we got a lot of work to do. That much I can tell you. We're a good team. We're a good team. I like where we're headed for 2026. But we still got a lot of work to do. We still got a lot of progression to do inside of our clubhouse. But your World Series will be the Angels against the Padres. So a California World Series, and the Padres sweep Mike Trout's Angels, and they're just a legit team, man. They are so good, and I don't feel bad about losing to them at this point. You know, sweeping a team in the World Series, it's always hard to win games in baseball. You know, you got to be on your A game. Errors, you name it, you got to be clean. You got to be clean. Fielding, defense, got to be clean. Pitching staff, got to be clean. Hitting, you got to be on your game at all times. So to sweep a team in the World Series, the highest level of baseball, very, very tough thing to do, guys. But congratulations to the Padres. I think there are new rivals of the series. I'm not so much worried about St. Louis anymore. My eyes are not on the NL Central any longer. I think where we need to focus and shift our view about what we need to do in order to compete at the higher level would be against teams outside of our division. Teams that are constantly making the playoffs at this point in this series in 2025, 2026, 2024, even last year. The Mets, the Padres, these two teams seem to be like our new rivals here in this series. So guys, a little preview for the off-season video, as that will post next week. But got some question marks here as far as some players up on the board. We got Nico Horner asking for about $25 million. That's going to be a lot for a guy that's hitting 250. He plays great defense, and he's the heart and soul of this ball club. But I got to be honest with you, man, it is going to be a very, very tough call. Cody Hoyer, another player that I think I would like to bring back. I'd love to bring back Nico Horner, but given our budget at this point, I don't know. I'd love to hear what you guys think about that. Kyle Hendricks getting older. Sean Newcomb getting older. Hernandez was one of those trade pieces that I was just kind of taking a gamble on from the Red Sox earlier in this franchise series. He's been hit and miss, so I don't know if I really want to bring him back or not. So he's been kind of on the fence for me. Rizzo, I think that's a guy that we got to let go at this point. He was one of those guys we brought over last season and fulfilled his contract out for this year. Gave it a good run. We brought back Chris Bryant, so we kind of had that 1-2 punch there, Rizzo and Bryant. Try to capture some magic from that 2016 team. And it just didn't work out this season. So I think we got to cut ties. And then Hanser Alberto, I think he's just a depth guy at this point. I think we can afford to bring him back, but he's not really blocking any of our young budding superstars. But I'd love to know what you guys think about this list. Who would you bring back? Who would you let go? And I'll preview the free agents next time I see you guys. So leave a like if you like this thing. Unfortunately, it is a loss, but we're making some progress with this team. We've made it to the playoffs for the last 3 seasons. We finally get to an NLCS. Unfortunately, it's a loss, but I think we're making strides. We're making some progress with this franchise. So guys, leave a like if you like this thing. I'll see you in the next one. As always, thank you so much for watching, and peace.